Uh, Here is my mandala. There are two different methods for painting it. First of all, I drew the mandala in pencil. Then the step 2, after it's drawn in pencil, is to trace it in Sharpie. After tracing it in Sharpie, every single line must be erased. I'm using a nice magic rub eraser and I'm erasing on the pencil line. A lot of times kids think that this is a good way to erase. It's actually incorrect. Erasing takes off a piece of the paper, so you have to go over the pencil line that you want to erase. Simple enough, right? So I'm erasing the entire pencil section, and then there are two different methods for painting the mandala. Also, you can trace the outer circle if you want. That's elective. I elected not to trace the outer circle. So as far as paints go, on the shelf, there are several options. These are liquid watercolors. They come in cups. And they are very, very vibrant. In the liquid watercolors, I have blues and purples. Okay, so if you want to use the liquid watercolors, there are blues and purples. There are two different methods for painting this. The first method would be abstract. I'm going to paint only on half of my mandala, and what I would do is I'd paint first clean water, and this is a wet on wet technique. So I'm using wet paper, and then I'm going to dip my brush in a little bit of paint and just kind of touch it, and then the water does the work for me. It spreads out the color, and it comes out really, really pretty, like that. The camera's not so great for color, but you get the idea. Now, if I wanted to blend some more colors together, I could just use water to push it around. That's method 1, an abstract background. These are cool colors, and they are liquid watercolors that are very vibrant. Here is a set of regular watercolors. We can do the same exact thing with the regular watercolors. These liquid watercolors are left over from a 5th grade project, so we're just using those up. Now, on the other side, if I wanted to paint in my shapes of the mandala, what I would do is I would just take my watercolor and I would paint in each individual shape. Now, this is kind of neat if you want your mandala to look really special and you have some nice clear shapes to paint in. So I'm using a small brush and I'm just painting in my sections. Either method is wonderful. Either method will have a really beautiful outcome. And it's up to you which method you would like to use. You can even mix colors. So this, I would make purple in the middle. Okay, so you can elect to do either method. The one thing I will say is make sure if you don't want a section to mix, you don't paint wet next to wet, because I just made that mistake. See, my purple ran into my orange. If you make a mistake, you can just kind of soak it up with the paper towel and fix it up. So two different methods. Abstract, where you paint wet on wet, you paint water, and then you touch the color, and it kind of spreads out. The second method is to paint the individual pieces. You can also mix the methods. You could paint your whole mandala in each little section in color, and then your background, that's not the mandala, in abstract. Okay? All right.